これで2025年終了。お疲れ様です、皆さん。
Hi everyone, this is my first YouTube video. Today I'm going to share about my journey to Japan and how I went to Japan at the age of 16. Firstly, let me introduce myself. I'm TANISHA Sahu. I'm currently in class 12th pursuing commerce stream. Yes, I do have my boards. I am a national level Taekwondo athlete with certified black belt. Along with my sports and academics, I am also a skilled artist. I had also been a part of my school council where I was the school vice captain. My proudest achievement is I was the final recipient of Asia Kakehashi Project 2025, and I spent my 4 months in Japan with a Japanese host family, and I was studying in a Japanese high school for 4 months. And today I'm going to share my journey to Japan with you all. So firstly, let's understand what is Asia Kakehashi Project. Asia Kakehashi Project is an high school exchange program which is fully funded by MEX Japan and AFS Intercultural Programs. It allows teenage from around the world to go to Japan and experience culture and spend few months in Japan. So let me show you the official site from which I got to know about this scholarship. This is india.afs.org. This is the website. So I'm just reading out the things. Asia Kakehashi Project Plus in Japan, a study abroad scholarship program for Asian high schoolers interested in building their global competency. So you will find everything about this program in this website, and if you want to apply, you can apply directly to this website. The applications are out right now. I will make a separate video of how to fill the pre-application form. So how did I got to know about this program? Actually, I was into a Korean learning group back in 2023-24. There someone texted, they gave the link AFS India and texted Asia Kakehashi Project for high school students. And at that time I was in class 11th and my final exams were going on. I was searching for colleges and universities to like study, and then I just got this notification about an exchange program. I just thought it's just an opportunity to try. I told my mother whether I should apply to this program. I will get an opportunity to study in Japan. She just laughed. She just didn't believe that I will be going to Japan. She just thought that it's just a joke. So I filled the form. Deadline was on February 16th, while I filled the form on Feb 12th. Anyhow, I submitted the pre-application form, and on February 20, like within a week, I got an email from AFS India. I was selected for the main application round. And for this main application round, I had to submit these documents such as the health certificate, academic records, letter of recommendation, and then vaccination records. I had very long essays, parent statement, and everything that was necessary for the program. To be honest, this stage was the most I won't say difficult, kind of a hectic, but everything was worth it. And the deadline for this was 9th March. I had my final exams going on, and also my parents were not here, so I had to manage everything. I remember the day before my deadline, I had my letter to the host family essay, which was pending. I will be very honest, I spent the whole night writing the essay, though I was like writing it before, but I don't know. I wasn't able to complete the whole essay, and before the deadline, I don't know what energy I got. I just finished, and I spent the whole night. I didn't sleep the whole night, and in the morning, as soon as I submitted the whole document set of thing and I mailed them, then I slept. On March 20, again, I guess within 10 days or 15 days, I got an email from AFS that I was selected for the third round, which was the panel interview round. I was very nervous, to be honest. That was my first ever interview. I had my interview on 25th March, which was like 5 days after I got the email. I read my essays again, searched the AFS program, nice write-ups. I researched everything about AFS again, and then I gave my interview, which went very good. It was not an interrogation kind of thing. It was more over like a conversation. I'll make a separate video about how to pass the interview round. One more biggest challenge. I didn't have a passport. Nor my parents had. Neither my father nor my mother had a passport. So I had to apply for the passport. So there's actually a very different story about passport, which I will share in my next upcoming videos. Finally, on April 19th, after a long time of waiting, I got the final mail that I was selected for the Asia Kakehashi Project. As soon as I got the mail, I was the happiest person ever. I was waiting for it for so long. I was praying that I want this program. My parents also had a meeting with AFS India days before my final selection mail. The day I got my selection mail, that day was very hectic from the morning. I was not inside my house, I was out the whole day. I went for some changes on my Aadhaar card. I had some problem with it. So after while coming back, we just noticed that my mother had lost her ear. It was evening, maybe around 4 or something, and I was like searching all around and all, and then I got the mail that I am selected for Asia Kakehashi Project as a final recipient, and I need to fill some consent forms and all. Since morning, it was very cloudy. The moment I got the mail and I just saw up in the sky, there was a bright sunlight. It was very magical, to be honest. I don't know if you are actually relating to it, but the sky was very beautiful. Really sounds like a movie scene, but it was real. I told about my selection to my principal, to my coach, and all my relatives. They all congratulated me. I was all over the newspapers. Like, I was the first from my state, Chhattisgarh. So, I told about the process. It started with the pre-application, main application. Then there's the third round of panel interview. Then you might have the interview with your parents, the corrections that might be asked, and then I got the final mail. So after final mail, I had to sign some program agreements. Then also got a mail about updating AFS India about my Japanese learning. Later I also got details about my host family. I had a host family, and I also got details about my host school. Then I had the AFS Student Learning Journey program, online program curated for exchange students. After completing the program, we had a global meet in which there were different high school students around the world who were going to exchange programs to other countries, and we interacted. I had like 2 more sessions, which was known as FDS, Facilitated Dialogue Session 1 and Facilitated Dialogue Session 2. After that, we had some important documentation process, country presentation, visa application. We also got the tickets to Japan, and we also got domestic travel tickets, and then important notice about the orientation process and everything. After all the months of documentation process, virtual meetups, everything, I was finally going to Japan on 20 August 2025 with 9 other Asia Kakehashi students selected from India. Took my first ever flight. Like, yes, it was my first ever flight, and it was my international flight straightway to Japan. In Japan on 21st August. After reaching in Japan, we had a orientation, and then we were placed into our host cities. Like, I was placed in Yamagata Prefecture, and from Tokyo I went to Yamagata Prefecture all alone. So I just got off on Yonezawa station. I was very nervous to step out of Yonezawa station and meet my host family or my LP, who is a kind of coordinator. And like, if you have any problem related to your host community, host school or host family, you can tell to your LP. She will sort out. But anyhow, I just couraged myself and stepped out of the station, and I saw my host sister holding a placard which said Tanisha Swagat hai, and Swagat hai in Hindi. I was so overwhelmed with that. That little that little gesture just made me so happy. Then I remember I went for shopping to buy lunchbox and some necessary stationery items. Then I went to my host family's house. I was very much connected with them. From then I spent my 4 months, which was the most beautiful moments of my whole life. December 13th, I took my return Shinkansen from my host city to Tokyo for the ending orientation, where I had an ending orientation of 2 to 3 days, and then we had our return flights on December 16th, where I returned back to India. It was actually a very long process to get into Japan, but it was all worth it. So that's how I went to Japan, and I had all those memorable memories, lifelong connections, and personal growth throughout this whole journey. I'm truly grateful about those memories, those experiences, those cultural exchange journeys, everything. I'm really grateful to AFS India, Asia Kakehashi Project, AFS Japan, and everyone who supported me throughout my journey. Thank you so much. This was just a small part of my whole journey. Probably I will be making more videos about my journey, like what all I did from the day one and everything. Let's hope so that I make more videos about Asia Kakehashi Project and help you all to get into this program and experience Japan. Thank you so much for watching. Arigato.